Habari Gani. Welcome to day 4 of our Kwanzaa celebration. The answer for day 4 is Ujamaa, cooperative economics. Just to give you a little more history related to Kwanzaa, maybe you're wondering what is the place of children in this celebration? Well, children are given great value with Kwanzaa because they are the key to the physical and cultural survival of the community, and they must assume the responsibility for its preservation and its expansion, or it won't continue. Mary McLeod Bethune taught that they are the heirs and the custodians of our cultural legacy. Kwanzaa is observed from December 26th to January 1st. It is a 7-day celebration of African culture and a connection to our African roots. It's observed by people of all faith backgrounds, since it is not tied to any specific religion itself. You can certainly infuse elements and aspects of your faith, but it's not required and it's not automatically there. Many people celebrate both Christmas and Kwanzaa, Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, and a variety of other holiday events like winter solstice and things like that during the month of December, because Kwanzaa is not a religious holiday, it's a cultural holiday. Kwanzaa also offers a new dialogue on Black culture about our positive contributions and not just a focus on the negative effects of racism and race. So just a little history to bring you into the present moment. Habari Gani. Remember what today's principle is? It's not Emoja. It's not Kujichagulia. It's not Ujima. It is Ujamaa. And what does that mean in English? It means cooperative economics. Cooperative economics means that we financially support ourselves and support the businesses of our community, and we profit together. So I'm going to go ahead, and we've got the first candle lit. Always the black candle is first. Next is a red candle. Then the green candle. And the second red candle. How beautiful. And we always want to invite our ancestors to join us to remember where we came from. I talked about the importance of the children, and that's why we always have corn on our table to represent the fruit of our children. One cob of corn for each child, or at least 2 if there are no children in the household, to represent our social parenting. And then the mkika, the woven mat, represents our ancestors and our foundation upon which everything else is built. And so as we invite our ancestors, we also invite each individual to pour a libation, to bring them into this celebration. We invite our ancestors to join us, whose blood flows through our veins, upon whose shoulders we stand, and whose vision we fulfill. For me, I definitely want to invite my grandmother, Margaret Elmira Brown, my grandfather, George Russell Brown, my other grandmother, Sarah Noble, and my other grandfather, Lipton Wenham, and all those who came before. Because of them, we are. And if we look back through time and through history, we know that we had a lot of entrepreneurs, and we have a lot of inventors. We have a lot of small businesses that are the foundation of this country, the wealth of this country. And so cooperative economics is something that we want to keep on passing into the future by supporting our small businesses and our minority-owned businesses today. Think about this. Think about this story about cooperative economics. Let's say I produce corn. I use corn to make my cornbread. I use cornbread in my dinner for my family. And it helps. It's part of the meal that really sticks with them, and it tastes good. And it can either be savory or sweet. When I buy that locally, I am supporting my community. That money, those dollars stay in my community, and I am maybe keeping a business alive that will ultimately be where my children work. Or inspire my children to own their own business. Cooperative economics has a lot of benefits. And so this is one of the aspects of Kwanzaa that we definitely want to make sure that we carry into the future. And also we celebrate all year long. So Google businesses that are owned by African Americans or by minorities, or look at local businesses in your community and ask yourself, how can we support them more with our dollars? How can we support them more with telling their story? This is a principle that needs to be put into every month of the year, all year long. Can we buy our Christmas presents next year from a minority-owned business or a local business? Because together, everyone achieves more. We're all part of the same team. Some things that I have purchased from African American business are these cards, these flashcards that have various African Americans, and it tells us a little bit of their story for each one. Of course, we know Martin Luther King Jr., Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., but there are so many others. These are created by a group called Urban Intellectuals, and you can look up urbanintellectuals.com. They have several packs. This one has an emphasis on engineers in the arts and science and mathematics. They have other focuses. These become something that can even be passed down from generation to generation. They have just some key facts about each person to help us to get to know them, to remember them, and celebrate them. Another item that you might purchase are games. This is a Mancala game, which is a game, one of the oldest games known in the world, and it originated in Africa. Africa gets the credit for that, and I'll talk about that in the future videos, but just to give you some ideas. Maybe looking for some apparel to wear. This is a cool shirt. It has all of the principles of Kwanzaa. And we are down here at Ujamaa. And so think about where your money goes and make sure it goes not just to good, not just to better, but to the best. That's what cooperative economics is all about. Supporting ourselves financially and socially, emotionally and spiritually. So, Habarigami, Ujamaa, cooperative economics. We thank the ancestors for being here with us, whose blood flows through our veins, upon whose shoulders we stand, and whose vision we fulfill. And I'll see you next time.